And I think for me, it's interesting that Team Heretics decided to go to the Haven in the first place, considering KC have been picking Haven first at any given opportunity.
And they have the Phoenix.
They're going to go with the Phoenix.
Did they lie? Are they lying to us?
No. What do you mean? What do you mean? What did you think?
We win games when we don't have wacky comps like Phoenix. So we were like, wow, we're
Yeah, I mean, it's very self-reflective, and they're doing our analysis for us. We'll just play that clip back if they do lose this map, for sure.
Oh, perfect. Let's do that.
But yeah, I think on the coaching side from Heretics, I think it's like one of those things where it's like, why are these players scared to make those choices? I think it is down to the coaching staff itself sometimes to, you know, create protocols during the scrims and kind of build up that confidence in the players to make those pushes. I wouldn't put it all down on the individuals. At a certain point, I think Weber and Neil have to reflect on why this isn't happening.
Do you think Neil and Weber are like the ones that are under fire here then?
Yeah, I think that if your team's not playing the way you want them to, why is that? And that's your own, you know, that's your input, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with that as well. I think for me, keep an eye on the Sentinel head-to-head because that's something that we kind of discussed earlier. So get to being back onto that Cypher has been a high point for me.
All right, well, we're going to send it over to our casters for Haven with Pansy and Hypok, and they can also give us some insight on the Cypher, right?
We could do that.
We could.
We could.
Or we could just hindsight after we've seen a few rounds and then pick apart predictions, expectations.
I love that. That's what we'll start with.
We'll go with that.
Let's go for wishy-washy instead. Confidence. How do we get Heretics confident again?
That's your wishy-washy question.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Comeback needs to basically, I mean, I wouldn't say run it down, but do some of the things that Deska alluded to, right? Take some of these risks. The issue being when you come out of a map where you've had very few successes and positives to really reinforce taking those risks, is it doable?
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better player to set you up, right? You got Riens. So let's, you know,
But I'm now Woot alongside you on the front lines, potentially.
Very good point. So let's see that. Let's see that synergy. Let's see them working together. Let's hold them to that standard of taking confident fights when they have the opportunity. That's what I'm going to look at in this map, and then the Cypher, potentially. Beyond that, we've got KC with another opportunity to maybe show us what they're working on as well. Considering we saw the best of them in the last map, let's see if it carries over here in any sort of similar form. Confidence will be sky high for them, and they've already got a plant.
I was going to say, Dosia are the one to maybe take some space elsewhere. Heretics got to have their head on a swivel here.
They certainly do. Woot's going to be rewarded by keeping presence towards Garage now. A lot of bodies coming their way. On this bottom side of middle, crunch going to be happening now. Sugetsu plenty of targets and comes out on top, but he's got a feeling there's more here. They've heard that drop down as well. Certainly going to hear that. The switch up of position. Boo and Rien's going to have to work in perfect unison to be able to pull these players out of the corners. Plenty of smokes, but now plenty of bodies to put to this. He's going to get half, but around we go. Oh, is that a Doshi's got it, it's fine. I don't know who's going to get that kill. Even in low light level, I was like, could have been mine. Good start for KC. Got a bit sketchy at the end, but all fine in the end.
And KC just very proactive with immediately taking space elsewhere. Dosia, see the initial person to probe elsewhere. I didn't even catch, actually, yeah, Shados' kill so early on comeback. At that point, unfortunately, Heretics just don't have too many different... yeah, basically. I mean, the one way almost being their downfall there inside the smoke.
Revealing area.
They're going with a bit of pace here, or at least to start with, right? It's all in, it's very direct.
Oh, no.
Woot might be dead. I think Woot's dead. Yeah, time to get out of there, fair enough. Evacuate. And they won't play from backside. Maybe still keep that shorty in range as classics. I have a shout. Ooh, he was on the money. It sets up Rien's to at least drop a body, but still, they're just happy to bulldoze, right? They can stay as a pack, fight as five. Plan's going to come down, and you're looking at what's remaining. Comeback does get a chance to maybe do something, but man, it just feels like it's not landing for Heretics. Even in like that silly 1v1, there's just like things like that just make you feel like you can't get into a game.
Bucky here in a 1v4. It would take an awful lot.
Could you imagine, though? The odds on
no,
this
I
one.
actually can't imagine, no.
You can't see it.
Can't visualize. Maybe an exit. I even think KC are going to give him the opportunity here. C11's
time to jump.
Still hanging about.
Grinning, man. They're happy. They're having
I just saw
fun.
Sugetsu during that kind of engagement toward Heaven, he was literally just laughing.
That's awful. Get confident, guys. They're laughing at me. They're laughing at me while I'm trying, please. Come back and give it up to the spike. That's 4 standing, and the second round for KC.
And again, even just coming back into what we heard there from the coaching staff at Heretics, opening 2 rounds, not necessarily ones that you're going to come out and now feel confident in your buy round to put something in motion or, like I said, take some risks. I mean, there is an opportunity here. It's obviously a pretty light inventory in terms of a bonus round here for KC due to the approach in the previous. Sugetsu now does offset that a little bit with a rifle. And very passive hold towards C here on the side of Heretics. Maybe actually almost anticipating further pace to capitalize on these SMGs, but Benji
Cage trigger.
gets a glimpse. Forced away here, and
Speaking of confidence, to get to the one with the upgrade. Just on that Vandal, and he's got timing. Oh, does he? No, okay. Boo's actually going to get the drop on that. I thought he might have threaded the needle. Not the case. And you can see Casey starting to suffer on the side, but it's Arvez takeaway comeback, and that's going to certainly keep you feeling a little down and out. But it's taken Boo to do it all. Boo is the only one to be drawing blood so far, really. 3 kills in this round.
the flank coming through from long though. Look at Woot in the background.
Surely that's where it stops. That's where everything should be wrapped up. A little hesitant to feed a weapon in, that's fair. I don't blame you to pause and hit the brakes here.
Well, Dosu's got upgrades, so they're waiting for somebody to overstep here on the side of Heretics. Still consideration made towards backside of C-Long.
Shados committing to hold this CT side, right? Like they've almost had to leave some space open. Can't really challenge along either. Oh my God, might have been seen there, not sure. The net gets closer and Rien's the one to capture them both. The view should be no problem. So Heretics will be okay, but gotta say, that was off the back of Boo there.
Yeah.
Catching that timing in middle play, well on the side.
I believe both of them blind through the smoke. Didn't actually catch them on camera, but again, 2 kills that you're sort of gifted to shut things down here. Yeah, literally, again, okay. That's what wins you the round. So ultimately there's a couple of upgrades to be had, and unfortunately at that point, I mean, KC called, well, make the right decision to kind of call a freeze, but also nobody comes barreling out from Heretics to feed into that situation. This will prevent the bonus, but KC back on rifles. Arvez just 1 away already from the ultimate. The way out this util on A long, Woot probably going to try and take this space away.
Don't know how I feel. Oh God, I guess you got to take some chances, right? Try and maybe get involved a little, but that's A long gone, and Rien's quite alone. There's nothing in sewer either, so information not forthcoming, but they are up long. They are close on this. Maybe playing contact off this flash pretty much. Yeah, spins in. Nice from Rien's. The paranoia not quite there in time to be supporting of Rien's, but the rest can at least put bodies behind it. Still a fight to be had on the rest of the map, and Woot on the refight. Takes away the pressure from Long. And leaves Shados with limited options.
Yeah, down to 10 HP, taking a ton of damage there. See question marks elsewhere on the map now with Sugetsu falling, but probably just going to opt to hold on to this rifle. I think it's really doable here without some solid information elsewhere on the map. Obviously, we can see Heretics obviously rotating towards... Nearly said rotating. The reference no one will get, but...
Literally internal Discord comms. Yeah, this one's a little bit of a pause on this. But what do you actually make of the Phoenix? I haven't actually asked you about this. How do you feel about seeing it here?
I mean, I love it. I particularly love Arvez on it as well. I think he's shown that he's very proficient. I think as well, talking about the ability to take risks and whatnot on the defensive side, if you can farm up that ultimate, it's just another tool that you can throw out as a probe. You can set things in motion in terms of just taking engagements on the defense. I think it fits quite nicely into certain teams' play styles, and particularly they see how they obviously want to play. Yeah,
seeing if it actually works out in this. I mean,
Arvez just continues to impress me in a number of situations. I think he's shown that he's very versatile. I mean, So didn't see this off camera, but a chance for Sugetsu actually to find a second as well here.
That could have made things a little bit different, but as it stands, a good chance for Heretics to kind of build a bit of motion, a bit of money behind them. Ult-wise, not a million miles away. Rien's already has his. And financially, obviously, sat in a far better position than KC right now. So a little bit of a shaky purchase, still functional. Gonna be lacking in certain areas.
The position towards A long here is Woot actually the scope this time around, but KC looks if they want to make ways towards C. The Arvez to pave the way here. Benji's got to be careful. Does have come back in support.
How much space can Arvez get here? Fully just send the body in, but Rien's already going to catch Levin, so that's going to make things harder. Keep in mind that Doja does have Spike there, so could have been out on a limb, wasn't in the end. They've handled it well, Heretics. We're keeping this in hand, only losing Boo thus far, and still keeping vast majority of control on this map.
The difference being now Heretics winning some key engagements, not necessarily confident plays, but shutting down some of the ulterior motives for KC on this attacking side. Concede a lot of space towards A, but pretty comfortable in terms of the coverage here. The fact that Sugetsu and Dosio have taken a ton of damage.
30 seconds left.
I think it's hard to swing this 3v4.
Yeah, just, again, the fact that Heretics are fully aware that A is very, very vulnerable. We've seen nothing elsewhere. Going to hear the smoke investment. Going to cause a reaction. And should be able to play very safely for a retake. The shock dart a little too short to really deny Doja here. So Plant is in, 3v4. And as you noted, the HP is very low for the KC side. Dart ready. Now they've got to work together. Let's see that timing and synergy and spacing. This is what it's about. Ignores the first, goes for the second. Comeback's gone, but the spacing's good here. Sugetsu would have to go absolutely wild. Can't do it. Woot comes in, Rien's in unison. It is Heretics staying alive with 2, and another round posted.
In the recon, getting maximum value here, even if it doesn't clear graffiti, but the flash perfect from Woot makes it really, really hard to dig themselves out of that situation on the side of KC. So 3 unanswered for Heretics. KC back in a bit of an awkward spot in terms of the buy. Arvez, again, he's just half a second away from probably getting a kill here. I think even catching a flash and maybe a near sight as well. But meanwhile, it's Levin to fall to the Hunter's Fury on the back of that, which again is that support system that potentially could have found value alongside Arvez's ultimate.
One thing I am going to keep a bit of an eye towards, even in the successes, is the fact that comeback is quiet here.
Yeah.
Now, this one, he's on the Neon. And
picked off a couple of times of rotation as well, yeah.
And honestly, also very selfless, going in there first, just trade me in, that's fine. Like, he was playing his role. I'm not going to be upset about that. But we know his potential on the Neon, and we've seen it on this map in the past. We know how good he can be. So I'm looking to see that find some form here. Maybe down the line, doesn't have to be early, but would like to see him activate, just while the piece is not quite there yet. But heavy emphasis on this B site and a very quick plant potentially. Levin going to invest the ult on this, but Woot's getting right in there. Dangerous though, burning alive, and they do go down. KC still in with a fight in this 3v2. Hold up. And speaking of comeback, he's one of the 2 alive, yet to get off the starting blocks. And now try to do the dance. Levin outdoes him, breaking the ankles on that. Now Boo's done some great work, but once again, hard question, but the HP, Mike, it's not impossible.
No, certainly not. Needs to find Shados comfortably. The issue being he's disconnected all the way outside double doors here. We'll find the first. Snappy from Boo to pick up Levin.
Warming up, man.
Still some time to play with.
Yeah, still
he's got smoke back.
Got a little bit to play with. 8 bullets though, and that time's starting to tick. You can kind of hear it. If he's lazy on the clear or just takes a gamble. Yeah, there it is. It kind of falls apart on that one, and you feel it. You know it's kind of dipping away. Time is the factor. Shados should not lose this. And I don't think he does. Yeah, time is very much gone here. Nice attempt from Boo, but too little, too late.
KC just barreling towards B. On the back of the ultimate from Levin. Again, initially here, it looks like they might just win out. I mean, Woot gets 2 kills, but at the same time then, Arvez, Levin and Sugetsu all find responses to prevent Heretics from capitalizing on that pressure towards the plant. That's a tough loss as well. And not a full investment. I believe it was 2 rifles. I didn't fully actually get a glimpse of the purchase there, but...
Here we go. This is what I kind of wanted to see. A little bit more of an attempt to pressure. Hard to do it when you're sat on 0 to 5, but...
4 positioned this side, by the way.
Oh, God, I didn't even see there was others behind this. Okay, maybe trying to make something happen. Still got util in the way to get past, so it should ring the alarm bell, and that's a lot heard here. And comeback dead again. I mean, it's not looking good, and they can't really do much off the back of it. Yeah, they're behind enemy lines, but Alves, good flash, good follow-up, finding more. Casey fighting back. It's only Boo. It's turned into the Boo show, which is not what I wanted to see. There's got to be more than this.
He'll be last alive again in a 1v3. Doesn't get the upgrade, so makes this one even more unlikely than the previous. KC don't scramble to make a decision here to take another site. They actually stand their ground in spawn. Huge investment in terms of bodies from Heretics. Again, it is a roll of the dice. We were talking about them potentially. We want to see them, in terms of confidence, taking risks here on Haven. It's obviously the ethos that suits this map best. So I guess he does find it.
Watching this spot.
Again, unfortunately, going to be a blow to the overall confidence. Wouldn't surprise me to see a timeout maybe in the next couple of rounds for Heretics. Now that KC have taken the lead.
If they're starting to get their footing and starting to get a nicer read on the map, and a couple of these more aggressive plays aren't working out, really.
Yeah, Boo's in at 10 and 4. Like you said, it's no discredit to him, but not what you want to see with this composition, and certainly here on Haven.
Yeah, it's like if I'm looking at Wu, I'm looking at comeback. These sort of players, even Rien, throw him into the mix. Let me see what you can kind of bring here. But I am at least seeing Wu kind of posture up towards Sewer. Looking to maybe try and stake a claim on one part of the map, alleviate the pressure so they can rotate extra bodies elsewhere. And it's not necessarily a wrong read. We know that KC seems to have quite the affinity for pressuring that B site. Going to be spotted on this, but sees nothing else. Right player here, if you want your fragger, it's going to be Boo on the B site. Does have comeback nearby as well. I think Rien's there, but overwhelmed. Comeback finally going to get things going. Arves goes down. Rien's looking to get invested. Run down, literally. They are just taking every mad fight possible, but Boo's still standing guard. He's kept the space this time.
She's got ult as well, so can switch things up a bit here. Sugetsu does make his way onto C site now, taking some of this space away. Obviously, Neural Theft went in. Information will be relayed. Shados does have the Hunter's Fury here. So they need to make something happen on the back of Woot's ult.
Okay, he's seen pretty much all of this. Commits on towards Plat. Luckily, he's good for it because no one was quite ready to trade on it, but Heretics flooding back in, looking like they're a little bit more confident in those individual fights. Shados, well, positions noted, does has Hunter's Fury, but what are you meant to do in a 1v3? And there's the smoke. That is it done. Quick as anything. Benji, good shot. Much better from Heretics. I was a little scared when Wu came out of that ult and no one was there quite ready to punish.
Commitment to the timing as well. Obviously the awareness being the Hunter's Fury is available. So immediately taking control of site back in their favor. All tied up 4 apiece now. See how the ultimates land here. And Heretics well equipped to deal with, obviously, the audible that KC call. Even a little bit worrying there, seeing the timing, actually, of Benji still tucked into that smoke. A chance, really, for Sugetsu to come and find that kill for free. But, all tied up. Heretics keeping things neck and neck here.
Take a bit of that. That's an ult orb. Arves has his. And Woot going walkabouts. Love that.
This is better. This is better.
And Benji, yeah, set up. This is fine. This is actually way better. Finally seen him get invested. Woot can get out of there. Doesn't need to stick around too long. Arves took a beating in this, and they're down to 2 players. This is what we wanted. Take a bit of that confidence fight. Take the map back. And actually do something with it. We're playing deep here, playing smart, playing safe. Aldron's clearing mid as we speak. Arves is going hunting. He wants to get closer. He's going to spot him on the corner. No one in garage. See if they can tighten up their spacing a bit. There's limited threats on the other side, though. Arvez does have the Vandal, no armor, no shield. Shadows just down to the Sheriff. Good flash, though. Great timing on this. Hold on, Rienz. We're going to need some magic from you, mate. 1v2. He's got it. Pulls it out of the hat. And Heretics staying alive.
Now with the boost to the confidence, proactive play from Heretics pays off here. Obviously a great read on what's going to happen with Arvez's ultimate, the crunch through mid. Absolutely dissecting KC's initial setup here. Again, they just can't get in Garage quick enough.
I'm just happy to see calls like this.
Yeah, and this is the sort of thing to commit to this as well. Chance where it's not necessarily feeling like a comfortable half, but at least you got the benefit of not being up against the ropes in terms of money. And there's probably an extra body in mid. That's why Sugetsu's caught off guard when he swings window. So yeah, credit to Heretics here. Certainly not shying away from fights.
This is what the doctor ordered. Now, the money going to be broken. So Heretics are starting to win out in the battle of attrition, really. 3 players on the A side this time, though.
Let's see back in a position to consider these approaches towards B. And you might be connected there. He does. Shados will fall.
They found my wide. They found my wide.
Okay. In the meantime, the kind of exchange of space, though, B side gets taken. But honestly, Heretics have been pretty scrappy on these retakes. But look at this kind of aggressive posturing, but so many bodies. Maybe not expecting those 3 players already on the A side like they were. And now just Levin and Dozier. This I won't completely remove Vision, but it will remove Benji's head. Hold on, Dozier. Oh, he's on for the double, but can't be converted. How are we getting this close, man? Look, Heretics are in the lead, Michael. Everything's fine.
It's also fairly telling that that swing into A-Link, and there's 3 members of Heretics on the other side. It's another kind of defensive formation that's revealed here. If KC can continue to find their space on B, I think they're going to feel pretty confident about taking some more space behind it. Plenty of ults to work with now.
Yeah.
Spike planted.
Maybe a little overzealous towards Garage, but again, lesser purchase, so trying to take some risks. Dozier again, man, just 2 from there.
Always gets 2. He's good for 2. Always good for 2. Did Comeback ult in that round? Yes, he did. Still not certain on this one, but Woot's once again taking the space here. Now, have KC learned their lesson yet? No, apparently not. But this time there is a trade.
Very quick trade, yeah.
That was much, much faster. Maybe expecting a bit more of it. And learning on the fly, but again, you're looking at the ults here. KC do have plenty to play with.
The lighter side, B and C here for Heretics. Comeback trying to make something work with the operator.
Cage
See Sugetsu, a chance here to reveal some info. But it's being guarded. Comeback reading that. I have a chance to take away Sugetsu here if he goes for the neural theft. Or just going to sit on it, wait for a rotation, and then invest it at the right time. I mean, a wide open C site, no trip here, only one towards Garage, so Comeback actually gave up the angle on window.
I thought he was still holding that, but maybe getting a little bit more curious as to their
Now they know they've got freedom.
Garage, and look how deep Levin got. Luckily enough, Benji didn't overcommit to the angle, because he could have been dead then, untradeable. But
Levin's got ult, Shados has got ult.
seconds left.
Does Levin just want to stay posted on this one? Got Dozier with him. Heretics going to be held up for a second here. Yeah, here we go. Information and on top. That's at least going to be 1 spotted, potentially 2. Yeah, big tags coming out here. Good damage and good blocking, but Hunter's Fury on the other side as well. Levin. Oh no, Rienz gets absolutely backhanded, and Dozier holding the line, leaving Boo completely undone. He ain't got this one in him. KC. Layers to that then.
Yeah. Levin just seems to sit in his ult for so long. I think obviously the plan there to make use of Rienz's Hunter's Fury as well on the other side. Able to pop out and just find a freebie and then be in the back lines of Heretics. Levin, the one to lead the charge here in this half, 11 and 7 for KC. Yeah, it's the perfect timing as well, because it's when the other players from Heretics are then pushing forward to try and take that space, capitalize on the pressure, but
Watch your eyes.
a broken buy here from Heretics. That's why the rifle's gone.
Yeah, I thought he might have been forced off that angle, but no, he tried to go back for a little bit more. That's an early man advantage. They can keep that pace.
Yeah, another setup that just leaves Benji in a position. I mean, it's Sheriff here, but he has so much of the map to cover. When you're playing against a comp with like a Phoenix, a Yoru,
Benji used to be one of the masters at holding down like solo sites, but he's holding most of the map.
Cage trigger.
The rest, it's a gamble, really, I guess, for Heretics. See if we can even drop a body. No, overwhelm KC. The site's theirs. There's almost no fight back.
a clean plant, uncontested. Not much in the form of utility here in the post, but Midoshi's got a TP. Arves still with some tools at his disposal.
Deep owl drone too. Looking for that info. Very late to this. They were over on that A side. They've got a couple of upgrades, sure, but they're very late to the party and completely asleep at the wheel. Even KC just want to get involved in this, and Rien's nothing to be done here. KC, they found the solution towards the end, but Heretics have kept this at least at 6-6.
Yeah, I mean, a great swing back in from KC as well, whilst initially it looks like Heretics were getting a lot of value in terms of retakes, able to topple that over in these final 2 rounds.
Yeah, bang on. So 6 apiece, as close as you could get between the two. We saw a good start from Heretics, but it's not quite there yet. Still a couple of pieces missing. We'll find out after the break if they can take us to a third.
Wingman World while
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Wingman World while wanting a well-won break. Let's go!
Okay, so 6-6. Where does this leave you, Mike? Because I'm still not quite sure, because you look at how KC got these rounds. They were a bit sporadic at best. They got the pistol, then it was a bit of a drought, fought back a little bit here, there, and everywhere. But generally, Heretics did answer back in the, I guess, the more important rounds to a degree. Those buy rounds coming in, they kept that money in the right place for a good while, but I'm still not certain.
I'm still not sold.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen enough assertiveness on the side of Heretics, particularly though on the defensive side, when you're playing this composition. Obviously now we're going to the attack, there's a chance for comeback and Woot to maybe be a little more aggressive in terms of approach to sites, but yeah, I don't feel like KC should have been able to tie up that first half.
Fair. Because I quite like that we saw Woot starting to explore mid a little bit here and there, but as you said,
quite late on in the day.
Exactly.
Again, the right read on potentially the Arves ult round, but in terms of, again, I don't want to come back to just comebacks performance, but...
Well, this is the side.
Yes.
This
This is the side now where you can turn it around, but you shouldn't be in a position to turn around a bad half.
Yeah, I'm on your side, and Arves already setting the tone that he wants to be quite aggressive here. Willing to take a fight down middle, will lose his life on the trade out, but took away Boo on the other, so a little bit trickier maybe. Maybe you have to be more direct. Levin. He can't get away, stayed around all too long. There was a chance for him to get out of that, but he wanted, I guess, to try and take down, I think it looked like Benji on the other side, so at this point, 4v3.
That's right, actually Paranoia will land here. Shados going to find one, but Benji able to counterbalance that.
I mean, they needed something to go right for them. There's no way this falls apart. Rien's luckily stabilizes, because it did come down to that 1v1. But Heretic's going to pick up the pistol, and that's huge for them. Get them a step in the right direction.
Again, just a slight overstay on the site. Maybe makes things a little more difficult than they need to be here in the pistol for KC. See, 2 Bulldog, well, 3. Benji's just going to bring a Ghost into the next. Great trade from Comeback here. Again, these early rounds are absolutely crucial in terms of how he's going to feel approaching the second half overall.
And I'm looking at this man because, again, he made the Outlaw one of those things to watch in Tier 2. One of the really early adopters towards it. One of the best with it we saw very early on. Alves, all gas, no brakes, and Comeback going to handle him. This was going to be an all-in. It is just going to be classic, so don't worry too much. For Heretics, a good chance to farm up here. Comeback to build towards that ult. He's halfway towards it already. This is good stuff. Levin, a touch behind the curve.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
I think he's even going to have an opportunity to try and come back. Yeah, I was going to say Comeback should drift away from A-Long here, probably pick up this angle towards Sewers. I mean, 29 HP, he's the focal point for sure, but now on this long sight line, should absolutely find a freebie. A 3K in round 2.
Good stuff.
And an in-zone flawless for Heretics. Get themselves ahead by 2.
Do you think he's like needs the eco round sort of?
Oh, definitely.
Feel out the game.
For sure, especially I think that's probably a bigger picture question in terms of stepping into this roster this year.
No more secrets.
You're looking for kind of confidence boosters for him. And also because it's just not been many.
No, that's true.
Obviously, last week being the outlier to that, but overall, I don't think we're seeing Comeback to his potential.
No, and you can already see a bit of an adjustment here. So Comeback put onto the rifle. We're going to have that Outlaw put into Rien's hands. So interesting to see them kind of approach it in this way. And it's a very all straight towards B. And the Paranoia is good. You can see the hesitation. Doja's already going to take away Boo. They've gotten to fight back on this side. Arvet straight away into the blend as well. Benji trying to put up the numbers back of sight. Doja again still doing damage. KC winning out in the brawl, but there's still only 3 of them standing. So they've lost a couple here, but still. Rien's, this takes a lot. They got smoke in the way. He's only got an Outlaw. And they got big boy shields.
Yeah, any more damage would be great.
Would be nice. Does he get one?
No.
Tag?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's Sugetsu.
I was going to go for Doja. I think he's going to hit some mad flick.
What do you know now? Dosia's good for 2. He's got his... no, he's already got his 2.
He's got 2. Yeah. He just stops at 2 every time. He's like, oh.
Well,
I've done my
work here is done.
Yep. See you next round, boys.
30 seconds left.
Area.
I'm waiting.
Oh, he knows.
Does that count? No, you didn't even tag him.
No.
Just chill. Fine.
Headshot. Sugetsu.
Headshot? You're up in the ante.
Go bold.
Oh, no tag. No
Shadows
tag.
the heartbreaker.
Yeah. Devastating, 8-7. 3 left standing for KC there, so they should be able to get a decent purchase behind them. Obviously not too many issues with Heretics either. I can imagine they'll be perfectly sorted, so we actually get to see a good round here. I'm still not sold on Heretics yet, but they are still at 8-7, so I'm weighted with bated breath. You know, because the problem is, I think the issue is if I didn't know who Heretics were in the past, this would be fine. The issue is we have personally seen their highs. We've seen the best of this team. We want to see it again. And right off to the beginning, Levin trying to take that space in Sewer. He does have help here. Set up over towards Long. You're a lucky boy.
Extremely deep on that angle.
He's had a couple of these, taking some big risks again.
Maybe to get away here, I mean, just tagged down to 89 HP. But there's space potentially for Heretics to play into here. We'll see what decision they do make. It's only Shados and Sugetsu here to hold down the fort on A. But already though, I mean, Levin making good moves on the other side of the map just to confirm there's no lurk. Or active lurk, I should say, up C long. If anybody gives away a sound cue here,
And it's been silent for too long, right? That's the thing that worries me. Now, the door. The door is, you can look through it, and now Heretics, the position, the approach is seen. Now they have no idea about Long. They don't know about Levin. They know about Arvis, but that's about it. So the Paranoia goes in, supports there. Levin can try and decide when he gets involved. The timing is not there for him. Heretics, diligent on the clear. Playing a little late, but it's worked out. The C-take is in, the plant's there for them. Well navigated, they've managed to find the threats.
Yeah, Levin just, I mean, too anxious of bailing Arvis out on site. Again, no confirmation on Benji. Have to almost expect him in this sort of situation. Fortunately, Heretics able to cleanly sweep C. 11's out of 1,600. I mean, it's Arvis and Dosia that are going to struggle coming out of this in terms of the purchase. But 5 alive for Heretics. Creates a huge opportunity now to stabilize.
Yep. This is interesting. We haven't seen too many timeouts yet here either. I feel as though both coaches or coaching staff really haven't had the willingness to get involved yet. So I'm wondering if we do see maybe a KC timeout.
There's got to be a KC timeout now.
You'd imagine, right? This would make sense. For Heretics, they've got what they needed. It's kind of working well. They've got that rhythm to them. They should be happy enough. I'd like to see Casey just touch base, really, make sure they're on the same page of how they want to be dealing with this. I'm not
I mean, maybe before the next.
Yeah.
But this, obviously, mustering together a purchase here. Obviously not feeling too bad about the game plan in general. It's maybe just an execution issue.
Let's have a look. So yeah, no issues in their mind so far. Ult-wise, we've got Rien's already there. Benji, one off of his, one away from comebacks too. So a couple of key pieces could come through for Heretics here. Already going to try and fight for that space on Long. Reinvestment of the smoke. And it's messy down there.
Yeah, smoke on bricks causing a bit of an issue for KC because it looked like they were willing to go forwards with that recon. Shadows going to clear this space behind. I think, yeah, comeback already spotted. And probably very telling about what's about to happen if Heretics proceed here. Dosia on an off angle on the top of the box.
Good for 2. Plenty of targets. Timing's everything. Dosia, when do you recheck? When do you look now? Actually doesn't land it, but the Paranoia's good and he can fall away from this. Invest the one way, but they are fast approaching. Looking like they want to burst up here, but it's actually Rien's to win out towards Long, and Levin again goes down. This is starting to become an issue. Hunter's Fury going to connect as well. Shados dead, and Rien's just worth his weight in gold in this already.
All on the rotate, though.
They're cancelling on this.
There's still a question mark about Sugetsu. I mean, plenty of time left to play with. Still 5 alive, but they have to make moves quickly. Don't want to see this under 10 seconds by the time they get to site.
Yeah, seems Sugetsu can even watch across. He's got to be aware of this.
Can't challenge this.
No, 100% not. I didn't know if he could maybe just see the cross from Garage if he wanted to get involved, but he's trying to get ahead. He can't. Forced to respect it. Heretics with 10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left.
Going to be getting the plant down with 5 standing, and pretty much maintaining 5 standing. Just losing out on Benji in the end. The patience pays. A very late call on the pivot there.
A bold audible to call after winning out what felt like the crucial engagement on site. Obviously, the Hunter's Fury connecting. We'll see KC now a pump of the brakes. Have a quick check-in with Eng and Zeish. Again, the unfortunate kill here is the one to Levin. Obviously, Shados. Not much you can do in that situation.
One enemy
he was tagged on the first comeback.
That's nice.
Two beautiful kills from him. So he's putting some numbers up now, turning around that first half performance.
So yeah, it's time for a little bit of a closer look towards KC, because again, right, we all saw Abyss. We saw how good it looked when they're on the same page, when everything's kind of teeing up, lining up. They have solutions, they're proactive, they understand the map really, really well. Here, we're not seeing the same sort of diligence in the same way. I'm curious about Levin as well, because it feels like he's digging a bit too deep at times. He's taking a bit too much of a risk. We saw it, I think, on the pistol. We've seen it over towards sewers. A couple of occasions where he's trying to go a little bit further, which I get the want to, but it's trying to temper it a bit.
Yeah, I mean, coming off a heater and then stepping onto an agent where there has been questions. Maybe just a few more, well, an adjustment basically in the decision making, right? Especially that situation we saw. They concede first blood. The most important thing is still having 4 alive to obviously contest in terms of the post plant, but down on Sheriffs.
And again, I guess I ask the question, is how much of it is composition? Is it too one-dimensional? If we're not seeing like others on an absolute heater.
Yeah, I mean, others had a much slower map than you'd expect as well. You come onto the Phoenix, you basically want to be maximizing the ultimate. Thinking even just going 1-for-1 in rounds is going to get you a better opportunity than what we've seen here, but
Portal closed.
they're coming up on a big round in terms of ults for KC to follow this, but certainly with the advantage here.
Nice little high-low setup there, rewarded for Dozier, but...
Close she gets her in.
Oh, God, that got a bit sketchy there. All good in the end. Comeback just trying to take space. Down to 40 HP. Got to be a bit careful on this. Could be isolated. Wu with great spacing to bail out comeback. And then there's the reswing. There, but now completely cut out of sight. And that's way better from Heretics. Seeing that sort of decisiveness, that's what I'm looking at.
Maximize here, get Wu's ultimate for the next. There's obviously no real play back in here. So the question mark if anyone's policing that weapon in towards window. Certainly an opportunity to do damage. Not going to matter too much in terms of the numbers behind this purchase for Heretics. I mean, a kill and death. He's got his ult.
Would be nice. Can you get what he wants?
I was going to say, can you get past comeback though on this angle?
Yeah, easier said than done.
He's only 40 HP.
I don't know if he can do it, especially with him kind of backpedaling out of sight now. He's looking for a chance. Oh, come on, Wu. That's not bad. Okay, Heretics closing in towards 12 now. We're at 11-7. We're going to see another timeout potentially. We've got ults coming through here. But again, this is where I feel like the composition just runs short. They don't have that depth to go to. They just don't seem to have that stopping power, really. And the Heretics, they haven't felt too much pressure on the way in. It's always been just kind of barrel into sight, trade effectively.
Yeah, there's no real flair to what we're seeing. This is kind of just clean. Oh, we didn't even get to see the shot. They're reacting. We didn't even see it. Yeah, this is sort of a return back to what looks like well-drilled Valorant from Heretics. Obviously, come back now, finding his footing a little bit in the second half. First challenge going to be there, so he gets it down to 5 HP, but manages to send his hat in to reveal the rest of Heretics, and probably the first clean advantage created by KC here.
We say clean with a small caveat of 5 HP, but clean.
Clean. Take those. Those just a smidge off in terms of the spam into the cage.
Again, just this kind of, I don't want to say passive hold, because Chelsea is trying to get a little bit of info, but it feels like they're just behind the wheel the whole time, right? They're not getting overly aggressive. They don't get late round information particularly. It just feels a bit stunted when it comes to what they can do with this. They're playing in a more traditional sense. No rotations yet either.
Right here.
30 seconds.
Dozi's going to have a decent idea here. How are we going to slow things down?
They can just disrespect that smoke, though. There's nothing behind it, right? There's nothing to really do about it. Dozier slippery, sure. The comeback looking comfortable. Holding towards that hell space. Double flash goes in. And finally, Arves does take him down, but it's going to be traded out here. 10 seconds remaining. It's getting dangerously close. Benji has to get this plant. It's in. 2v1. Benji, the jump and the deny! This new habit that's forming in EMEA is all too easy for Benji.
Again, just maybe expecting the fake Sugetsu on a wide jump. I mean, he's going to be rolling around backstage seeing that. But yeah, just feeding into that. Benji sticks the plant. A chance to fully reset here for the 1v2. Don't get me wrong, it is clean.
It's a vintage sort of Benji moment as well, right? Good to see. Now that's a confidence builder. That should get you right back into place. Woot's going to have ult, and they can be direct in this approach. It is a gamble stack 4 players. Going to dismantle one of those, bring them back over towards Con, and it looks like actually Levin's going to go looking.
Shadow's going to try and follow up on this information, but no connection just yet. Finally now finding one.
I'm back.
On to Benji.
But mostly stuck towards the site. It's only Rienz who's disconnected, and he's been cleared. So now they're boxed in, and Levin comes out swinging. Gonna catch 2.
Last player
Leaving
standing.
Just Woo alive, and one by one they've come in, and one by one they've fallen, but still, what can Woo do about this? Ah, it's so hard to play from. He tried, man. KC not out of it yet.
2 crucial kills from Levin. Catches a freebie onto Boo as well, maybe just not realizing where those shots have came from. A chance for KC to... Oh. Beautiful from Levin. Yeah, a chance maybe to see a few more rounds here. Heretics with a bit of a buffer in terms of the economy and the scoreline.
Let us hunt.
Woot's ult here, Boo's and Benji's both just missing 2 points. Other side, just the TB for Dosia.
4 play start from Day. Oh, sorry, 3 starting towards long here.
Enemy marked.
I'm trying to set something up with this wall smoke. I've been trying to fake the rotation away.
Boo don't like it. Boo don't like it one bit. Something feels off.
But did somebody shoot the dart at the start? Again, I didn't catch during the exchange, but they're obviously trying to play in Dosia here. Heretics, yeah, maybe just after a bit of a discussion, thinking better of it.
Watch them run.
Bit ahead of the curve. Gonna see Benji over there, but
That's actually a big confirmation.
yeah, and looking at this now, it's the alarm bells ringing. Okay, they're going for that C hit. Okay, get yourselves ready. And they've been struggling to hold this. To be fair, this has been the bread and butter for Heretics for closing out rounds. Comeback, not having the same success just yet. Till then, beheads both, leaving KC in tatters. That's the player we were waiting to see. This is the half where we saw it. 16 kills now. Blistering impact. The last 3 for KC. You got a long road just to get back on this site. Nice from Shados. Can't get the follow-up. Levin there on the trade. Hold on, 2v3. TP in. Levin, great timing, great spacing, but a great attempt at the end. 13-8. Heretics not done yet. Close, but no cigar. We are going to corrode.